Welcome, Yellow Cedar nonfiction online book club members. Now, I say online book club members, I haven't read any of these to you on video. I haven't put any of them on video. Perhaps I can, but right now it's voting week, okay? So you might have read some of these when we were at Avondale in the library. Now this club is new, brand new. This is the first year it's been introduced. And it is a club that has been combined. Silver Birch, grade 4, 5, 6, with Red Maple, grade 7, 8. Before, they used to have two separate nonfiction clubs. Now, they've brought it together. And they've brought all of these wonderful nonfiction books. Canadian writers have written these, have researched these. Let's go through each one to see whether or not you've read it or you want to read it in the future, and maybe it might be added to your voting list. Let's go on. The first book we have here out of the 10 is Too Young to Escape. This is a Vietnamese girl, and she wants to be reunited with her family. This book was written by Van Ho and Marcia Forchuk, and it is a true story. So one day they'll send for her, but how long must Van Ho wait for her family to find a way to get her out of South Vietnam? So Van's family's escaped from this new communistic regime in South Vietnam, leaving her in the care of her grandmother, which sometimes happens, okay? One day her parents will send for her, but she's getting frustrated and impatient. When is that day going to come? Can you imagine being separated from your family, from your mom and dad? No. So that's a really good piece of history to read. Haley Wickenheiser. Brilliant athlete and wonderful Canadian. Wow. She, a little history on her. When she was young, there were no teams for girls, hockey teams, and she's from Saskatchewan. So she played on boys' teams. Haley was a standout on the ice. She had a really super hard shot. And at age 15, there was a Canadian women's team that she joined. And her skills brought her to this team. She's mostly recognized for her Olympic achievements. She won 5 medals. 5! She continues to inspire girls, because there's a hockey festival for girls that empowers this new generation. But not only that, guys, she is a doctor now. She's retired from hockey. She's a doctor. And guess what? She's on the front lines helping people with this pandemic, this COVID pandemic. What a wonderful Canadian. And this is a wonderful book. Look, it is a graphic novel by Lorna Schultz Nicholson. Beautiful book. Beautiful. Third book, we have My River, Cleaning Up the LaHave River. Now, LaHave River, Stella Boyles, or Bowles, you could call her, with Anne Laurel Carter. This is a book when the adults wouldn't clean up the river in her backyard, she did. Stella Bowles was a grade 6 Nova Scotia student when she turned environmental activist to campaign against sewage pipes draining straight into LaHave River. This is her account of the science fair project that caught the eyes of the media and the public and government leaders. And that's what she is in the limelight for. So, very, very good. The story took 2.5 years, and it took 2.5 years to clean up this particular lake, this river rather. Here she is here. Here she is here. You can see her. Young girl with a great ambition. Canadian, guys. Very good read. Reads like that help you to find your strengths maybe, and to find what you say, wow, she can do that? Hey, I might be interested in doing that, or something else with the earth, with the environment. Here is a really nice read. Be prepared. It's the Frankie McDonald Guide to Life, the Weather, and Everything. So this is by him. And this is a joyful kind of book. Again, Nova Scotia, favorite weather. He's a weather reporter, Frankie McDonald. And Sarah Sauler shares his stories and helps him with this. But she shares stories from Frankie's early years along with facts about all things sunny, rainy, snowy, stormy, blizzardy, filled with pictures, graphics, and advice. But Frankie himself, this book has everything you need. Be prepared. And this is some of the pictures. Now there's one here. He is, and there's Sarah as well. Yeah. So that sounds good. And you know what? These books, look at how easy, guys. Very easy, not long, and informative. Here's another one now called, ooh, look at that. Look at that title page here. Killer Style, How Fashion Has Injured, Maimed, and Murdered Through History. How it was. Oh, this looks cool. This is very informative. And look at all the nice images and photographs and things. Now, Killer Style, No One's Safe from These Fatal Crimes of Fashion. And it talks about all these sorts of not so nice things. Let's choose one and see if we can, like this old nightgown, it looks like from the first part of the 19th century. And they didn't like, anyway. Things like that you will learn. One of the Canadian most prominent animals, beavers. 96 pages of gog-smocking facts about beavers and nature illustrations galore. This is by Rachel Poliquin, and very informative again about beavers. And this is called High Rise. It's the National Filmborn of Canada collection in Towers in the World and the World in the Towers. So it's High Rise, from the multi-story dwellings of ancient Rome to the soaring glass towers of today. High Rise examines humanity's long history of vertical living and then takes you on a 10-stop tour of high rises around the world. Okay, so you'll be able to, and this is by Katrina Sizek. Very good. Now, there are these, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 3 other books that have been borrowed in the library. They're at someone's house. I'm sure they're looking after them. But I want to talk about them. So I'm gonna get you to zoom in, and we are going to talk about extreme abilities. Now, extreme abilities, these are amazing human feats and the simple science behind them. This is written by Galdriel Watson, okay? These people did what? Well, join the author, Watson, as she takes us on a journey of discovery, a tour of the human body's amazing abilities. Really cool, featuring masters of muscle, speed demons, brain bosses, and more. So you're going to find about people who have amazing abilities and do amazing things. Our next book that is not here is called Follow Your Stuff. So what makes it? Where does it come from? How does it get to you? And you know, if you look in your house or your bedroom or anywhere, even in the classroom at school, anywhere, you got stuff, okay? This is by Kevin Sylvester. We have a lot of books by him in our library. And Mike Hilinka helped him. Get ready to go global. So our cell phones, our clothes, our food, all our everyday things we consider essential. But we seldom think of what and who is involved in making them and getting them into our hands. So in Follow Your Stuff, Kevin Sylvester and business professor Michael Helinka team up, this time to tackle the dynamics of the global economy, examining the often complex journey of ordinary goods from production right to our doorsteps, okay? So that's pretty interesting because you never know where these things come from. And Hubots is our next book that we don't have here, and somebody might have at their home because they borrowed it. These are real world robots inspired by humans. This is by Helene Becker. She wrote, if you know, and you wouldn't maybe because you didn't listen to the Silver Birch Express, which is the grade 3, she wrote Counting on Catherine. Yes, Apollo 13, the mathematician that saved the day there. Anyway, this is another one that look at science, she's right in there. Using increasingly sophisticated levels of artificial intelligence, okay, and embodied intelligence, a new generation of robots is being designed to look, act, and even, think like humans. Hubots or Hubots or human-inspired robots, Hubots, are expanding the boundaries of what robots can do. So very interesting. There might be pros and cons and something in that you might want to debate because robots take the place of humans, which, take the place of their job that they might lose and might having, to be living for. Anyway, so guys, how exciting is this club? I'm so sorry I wasn't able to do anything online for it. Maybe I will now that I have more time. I've finished the other clubs. But thank you so much for listening. And if this inspires you, please come back and check to see if I have included one of these in one of my videos and reads. Okay, so good luck. Vote brenda.spencer@tdsp.on.ca. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.